Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. It's good to see you here and not at Loch Ness today.
I know. I was just looking through some photographs actually of last week, and yeah, this time last week I was in Loch Ness.
How crazy!
Yeah, lovely, really, really lovely, and I've had a lovely break, and it's back to it today. But I do feel really relaxed and really refreshed, and it makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, yes, on the theme of being relaxed, and I think we're at that stage now, especially as mums. And I know you've got Jake going into primary school. I've got Jay going into high school. So it's all sort of preparing, and we are getting towards, I'm not going to say we're at the end of the holidays because we're not there yet, but we are getting towards the end, aren't we? And I know from our point of view, there's now a lot of planning going on and a lot of preparation. We've got some really big strategy meetings this week, so that should be good to get together with the team again and bring everybody back. But it kind of has got I've worked in schools pretty much all my working life, so I understand that. I wouldn't say anxiety, but there is a certain satchel feeling, I call it, of that Sunday evening when you have to pack your school bag and the weekend's finished. And that's the kind of feeling that we get, isn't it, towards the end of the summer holidays, when things have been a little bit more relaxed. You've not had to get up, and do the school run and all the rest of it. So yeah, we're kind of there, and I feel like I need to be reaching out now to people that are struggling with that, because we've had I know we say it every week, but we've had so much turmoil and trauma, I guess, over the last 18 months that that's not gone away. And we've got to protect ourselves very, very much and be very careful with our self-care and just do what you can. And everybody is at a different level. But I think going back to school and activities and all the rest of it, people are now starting to plan. I know this morning I've obviously been away, and I was up early this morning, and it was work. I was in total work mode. I managed to relax last night, and I was determined to just finish it off. But this morning I was up at the crack of dawn, and I was planning, setting goals, and trying to do I do a lot of time blocking, so blocking my diary out and making it work. So I did sort of stop and think, okay, let's make some choices. Where do we want to be? What do we want it to feel like? I'm a big feely person, as you know. So what do I want it to feel like? What do I want to feel like? I want to feel in control of it, and it not run away with us. So let's see where we are. Where are you at as a mother, I guess?
I am at the point where I did all of my uniform shopping last week so that I could kind of avoid the rush. I'm going away for the bank holiday weekend, and then Jake starts school on the 31st of August. So I know. So that's kind of, well, the 31st is technically an induction day. It's his second induction day. So there's only the reception class going in that day. And then on the 1st of September, they're all in. Everybody's in and they start then. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't rushing around on bank holiday Monday, getting those last minute things and then thinking, oh, they've run out of shoes in his size, and just freaking out. I am sometimes, not usually, but sometimes I can be a last minute Lucy, and it can be really, it can stress me out, because that leaving it until the last minute can really cause my anxiety to rise. So where I can, I try to be a little bit more organised and get it done ahead of time. Yeah. So sometimes I'm that person that has wrapped presents a month earlier than needed to, so that I'm not, again, doing that mad rush in the week leading up to events. So yeah, that's me kind of trying to be on top of it.
And we have to work out what that is, don't we? And for every individual, what you need to get you out of. Some people thrive on urgency addiction, and need to be in that last zone to find the energy to be able to do stuff. And it's sometimes where I end up. It's not where I want to end up. So yeah, for me to plan things out. Like I say, at the end of this week, we've got quite a few meetings and busy things going on, quite a lot of outdoor, out of office things. And that in itself has required a lot of planning from my part. So yeah, although I feel very relaxed, there's a lot to plan at the moment. And like you say, school uniform, things like that. Jay's got summer school next week, so that will hopefully give me a little bit of time to get my head around a few things. So yeah, all exciting, very, very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what we can safely say 100% is that we have got it covered at Take Part, and therefore that takes a little bit of lifts a bit of a weight off your shoulders. If you need something for your child over the next term or 2 or 3, then get in touch with us, because we have got so many exciting things all lined up for them already. They are good to go. And we are on Thursday and Friday this week, we are having our strategy meetings to set everything concrete, because everything at the moment is planned. It's all there, it's all done, and we're just waiting to just tick them all off and okay them with everybody. And that is a really exciting part of our jobs right now.
Absolutely. And there's a lot going on. We've got last week, came back from Scotland on Thursday morning, had a huge meeting at a local school on Thursday afternoon. And hopefully there's a big collaboration going on there as well. So I should have more news for you next week about that. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. And I love working with head teachers and senior leaders of schools, because I've worked in schools for such a long time. I'm a qualified school business manager, and I get it, I understand, and it is a little bit sometimes a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah.
And education is tricky, let's say that. Challenging.
I've just put in the comments our education and outreach link. So if you are a teacher or a head teacher of a school, please go and have a look on our link, because we do work very closely with schools. We work in many different areas, from PPA cover to transition programs to workshops to after school care, after school clubs. Sorry, I'm in Jake mode sometimes. School clubs. So we do lots and lots of different things, and even sometimes bespoke, and can help you with what you need. Sometimes it's putting your school show together and giving you a little bit of a hand there. So get in touch, because we can help you.
Absolutely. And I think certainly from the meeting that I had last week and a couple of meetings I've had before the summer with school leaders, it's all about community and getting the connection back with your families. It's something that we do really well at Take Part, and we have certain strategies and ways of doing things that we can work with schools. And I know you're also busy, and the sort of voluntary aspect of PTAs and committees and things like that have suffered over lockdown, because we've all had our children back at home, and there's been a big void with community and connection, and that is the main topic of what I seem to be talking about with school leaders. So I'm extremely busy this week, but next week and the week after, if you are in school and you are a school leader and you want to reach out and you've got any gaps that you need to plug, then please get in touch, and I will happily come along and meet with you and discuss any needs that you have about getting back in September, and how we can help you with that. Because there's a lot of things that we can do that you possibly don't know that we can do. So it's all of that things, all of those things that bridge the gaps and help you with getting your schools back to running in a way.
And letting us take care of it, so that is something you can relax on. If you've got something that is a niggling thought right now that is like, I'm going to put that to the back of my head because I don't know how to fix that just yet, we can take that away sometimes, and you don't know.
And even if you don't want us to take it away, if you just want to talk it through, and you don't, your teams are off, and you don't want to mither them because they're off. I've made a conscious effort to not mither my teams while they've been off this August. It's been very quiet on the staff run. I know they're all enjoying their time off, and I think for people that work in schools, it's so important you take that time off. So if, like I say, if there are any head teachers out there that want to sort of bat some ideas around, or have a coaching session with me and get some goals and some plans, accountability is another one. We often, as leaders, we have lots of ideas. I'm manic for it. Oh, we could do this and we can do that and we can do that. But actually putting them into place is the tricky bit. And usually, if you are a leader, you are a very big picture thinker. So it's defining the detail and getting the things done. And I can help you with that. So if there's anyone out there that needs a little bit of coaching for schools or families, give me a shout and I'll help you with that. So yeah, all about connecting with our families. We have got loads and loads of new families joining us. So if you are a new family, please remember that we are now part of your family, and we're reaching out now as we come towards the end of the summer holidays. For anyone that's struggling or simply wants to, reach out and help their situation and their families. It doesn't have to be crisis. It could be something really trivial that you want to talk through. I've got a couple of meetings this afternoon with people that just want to sort of realign their goals and work it out a little bit. And I'm not saying the problems, but sharing these situations, make it, and in a very relaxed way. It's not pressure. If you tackle these plans early, then it can be quite fun getting things going again.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes I think just getting the to-do list out of your head and voicing it, and then you're able to actually see the wood for the trees. You are able to see the clearing in that forest, because it's no longer just going around your head in a jungle.
No. I met with a friend, very, very dear friend of mine yesterday, who had got this big picture thinking of getting fit. And we've all been there. We've all had too many ice creams and cakes and biscuits over the holidays. I definitely have. But I've enjoyed every single one of them. So it is what it is. But back on track, I was back in the gym yesterday. And that's not easy. That is not easy, doing it. Thinking about it and reading all the magazines and sitting there while you've got a bit of time going, oh yeah, I'm going to get really healthy and really fit, and yeah, I'm going to do it. But how? And being accountable to that. So we've put some goals in place. I'm going to share those goals with you and the wider community to hold me accountable. So I'm going to just a short-term goal this time, just this week. I've got my long-term goals, but this week I am going to burn 500 calories a day by exercising. I'm going to exercise for 60 minutes a day for this week, Monday to Sunday. I'm going to do 10,000 steps a day, and I am going to move 5 kilometers a day. I'm not saying I'm going to run them. It may be walking. I probably will be walking most of the time. But just to get back into it, those are my accountability goals. So,
and that's really good, because when you see it written down like that,
and I need numbers.
Yeah, that can look quite overwhelming to somebody and think, oh my gosh. But actually, if you do 10,000 steps a day, that's already pretty much 5 kilometers. That's already an hour's worth of exercise if you were to do it in one go, and it will be your 500 calories if you were to do that in one. So really, those goals can be good.
It's one goal. It's an hour's worth of exercise. But for me, I need achievable, measurable goals. So if there's numbers involved, that works for my brain.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good.
So I went to the gym yesterday, and we're going again tonight. And it's planned, and I've booked it. So this is another thing, you've got to make things happen. Otherwise, things just get in the way, don't they?
Yeah, life can get in the way. Yeah, yeah. And often as parents, you put yourself at the bottom of the list. And then you get to the top of the list, and then something else will come in and you're back to the bottom of the list again.
Yeah.
So that is another way of being able to relax. Sometimes it's not about relaxing and putting, the music on and having a candlelit bath.
No, that's very important actually, Leanne, because relaxing for somebody might not be relaxing for another person.
Yeah.
I have a lot of relaxing baths. As my friends know, a lot of my crazy thoughts come out in the bath. But that might be hell on earth for somebody else. That might create a lot of anxiety. So, to move or to listen to music, or, some people say just quiet. My husband is mad for calm and quiet and peace. That's his relaxing. Now that drives me mad. So I need a podcast on to be able to relax, or music, or it going on. That's me. But I'm an extrovert and he's an introvert, and we do things very, very differently. So not one size fits all. And that's tricky as well, isn't it? Because you want to do things with your friends, but they might not have the same ideas as you. So that's interesting as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that cropped up yesterday in our conversation, because my friend is very much, she likes doing everything with a big group, but the more people you get involved, the harder it is to organise something. So, so it could be a non-starter. So sometimes it's just like, right, what do I want to do? What do I achieve? I'm going to do it.
That's what it is. It's about doing it for you. Because often, again, if you end up trying to get a group together, then you end up going with the group majority, and it might not be what you want and what you want to get out of it, but you'll enjoy the time. Don't get me wrong, I think you'll still enjoy the time, but often it's not fulfilling you 100%.
No.
And so for me, sometimes put it in the comments. Put in the comments what you like to do to relax for you. I like to do something that completely takes my mind off of life, and it can be something like rhinestoning or crocheting or something.
Just stop. Rhinestoning. That would be one of the most stressful things for me, is to be arty and creative like that. Someone asked me to draw. Well, very recently, I've been doing a qualification, and a lot of it has been about being creative. And I'm a very, very creative person. But ask me to draw something, Pictionary brings me out in hives. Rhinestoning. Tell me about that, because I know.
Well, that's just
one of your dreams would be what do they call a sparkler or something on Strictly. Tell me about that.
A Strictly sparkler, and that is something else. They have a skill that is just something else. They have to be able to put on thousands of stones in an hour. Like it's constant. But the thing that I really love about that kind of rhinestoning is that it's so repetitive that you don't have to think about it. You're literally picking something up and putting it down. It's like a conveyor belt. And that for me is just so therapeutic, because I'm not thinking about the shopping list. I'm not thinking about what room in the house needs cleaning, what I need to iron, if I'm getting anything out of the washing machine. I'm just focusing on picking up and putting it down in a certain place, filling a space with crystals, and then it looks pretty. And then I move on to something else, and then I'm at another area, and then I make that look pretty. And that for me is so therapeutic. I love it. And it's completely, doesn't need, apart from patience of doing it, and I get that some people, that is somebody's hell, but for me, that is my heaven. I love it. And if I don't have anything to crystal or rhinestone, or if I've run out of glue, a bit of crocheting for me. Again, it's repetitive, it's focused on the here and now. I end up with something at the end of it, and it's so fulfilling and just gorgeous. And that again can take me out of my mind. It's like an out of body experience. I can just leave what is around me, and I can do that when Jake's in bed. So it's not like I have to take myself away from family time in order to have this relaxing moment that's for me. I can do it while the house is in, everybody's in the house, I'm here, and I can still have my me time.
Yeah. Well, let's face it, there are things that we can do with our children that are relaxing as well. Forget about. Many of you may know I have a shed in the bottom of my garden that my wonderful husband built for me during lockdown. It's my Zen den, and in my Zen den is a range, not just one, but a range of colouring books and mindful colouring books, so nice quotes and things like that. And I've got a lovely set of crayons, colouring crayons, and often Jay and I will go up to the Zen den. There's a kettle up there as well, so we'll have a hot chocolate and we'll colour. And we will just talk about whatever comes into our heads. There's no pressure, there's no plan, there's no intention. It's just zone out time. And it is the most amazing time that I have with my child. Now, Jay's 11, so it's not going to be for everyone, because I know if you've got a 2-year-old, that's probably not going to be very relaxing. But if you have a young person in your house that can be, and I've seen your Jake with drawing and things like that, so he can get lost in his world, can't he? I know he's fine. So, but yeah, I think that's important as well. So your right side of your brain is your creative side, and if you can tap into that in whichever way possible, then go for it.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to cost anything. No. That's the most amazing thing. It doesn't have to cost anything. No, and then just time. That's all.
So very accessible to everybody, and just ways to relax you. Now, both Leanne and I have taken the mental health first aid course. So again, mental health is a tricky one. If you're struggling, there are lots of things that you can do to help. If you need any advice or any tips, just give us a shout. If you want to email us at info@wearetakepart.com, then obviously we can get back to you and help you with that and see.
And if you would rather it be more private and more direct, then just pop in your email that you would like to contact Leanne or Louise personally, and that we can get back to you via a more direct personal email.
Absolutely. So how are you going to relax this week, Leanne?
I am going to relax. Now, this may seem really stupid, but I am going to relax this week by finalizing all of my work and things, so that when I go on holiday, I'm not frantically thinking, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't be here, I should be doing other things. Because I think people go on holiday and then have a lot of work guilt. And I know that I'm I am a culprit for that. So I'm going to make sure that I have ticked all my boxes before I go. So that's going to be me relaxing, because in a way I'm paying it forward. I'm giving myself that time at the end of the August bank holiday weekend to just have time, clear my mind.
Well, on that note, Leanne and I have our accountability meeting now. We do a coaching call, and I will have a look at Leanne's goals. We'll work through the plan of action, and we will set some solutions and a timescale for Leanne to achieve what she wants to achieve. It's her stuff, it's not my stuff, but it's to get her where she wants to be. So we will love you and leave you, and we will then log off and log on somewhere else and go through Leanne's one-to-one coaching plan, which I'm very excited to help her with.
Yeah.
On that note, have a great week. Take it easy. Keep some perspective. One last thing. I've spoken to a few people over the weekend who are in a little bit of turmoil in their heads. And a lot of it is one of two things: unlimiting beliefs. So you believe that you can't do something or it's not possible. And myth, things that actually are not true. You don't have the facts. You have assumed, there's a lot of assumption goes on. You have assumed that something is as it is. Someone is feeling as they're feeling. Someone is having an effect on you, which is in your head. And it's not actually real. So over this week, whenever you have that negative chatterbox, which comes to us all, I want you to ask yourself two things. Is this real? Have I got all the facts to make the judgment that I'm going to? And is there anything else I can do about this? Because a lot of the time we do a lot of worrying about things that are not actually real and not true. So have a great week. And like I say, if anybody needs any help out there, just give us a shout. I'm back. I'm refreshed. I'm relaxed. And I'm ready to go. Wow. So yeah, absolutely. Don't suffer in silence. We're here for you. We're here for the families. We're about families. We're about community. We're about connection. So take care. Take part.
Bye-bye.
Bye.